Hi, my name is Michael Cotë. I'm one of the partners in the Human Capital Software Alliance. We're an alliance of 3 companies who have been in business for 75 years. We are currently operating in 50 countries. We have more than 3,000 customers between us. We're kind of a best-of-breed solution of 3 companies providing human resource information systems, including applicant tracking and performance management, as well as payroll and professional services and workforce management that covers time and attendance and scheduling. We have offices around the world. Currently, probably about a dozen offices, and contractors and resellers throughout more than 50 countries. So we started working together, the 3 companies, to provide various solutions to various clients. And as the teams have worked together, we've recognized the value of each other's input. We just sat down between the 3 managing directors and worked out a plan to make it a little more formal. And we're moving towards, an even more formal stature, and we've been approached a lot in the last 6 to 9 months about people joining our alliance. I think the biggest thing is that nobody has the lock on all the knowledge. So we believe that we've got to align ourselves as a group with providers that can give the clients what they need and what they're asking for, and not pretend that we can do something, actually deliver on what we say we can do. A big thing for us is under promise, over deliver. And we're the onion with the core in it. There's a lot of providers that are, if you peel back the skin of the onion, there isn't anything in the center. So we don't want to do business that way. We want to provide clients with real solutions to real problems and real technological answers to the modern day workforce. And the modern day workforce, for people much younger than me, is smartphone based. It's mobile. It's, it has to be pushed out to them in a way that they'll interact with it. And if you don't do that, you're toast. No, it's totally a global thing these days. I mean, we have organizations with as little as 100 people becoming global organizations now. So it's really a global marketplace for everyone. And while the US market is a big market and lots of people are satisfied with just that market, most organizations, including US-based organizations, are looking outside their borders. And I think technology has made the world a global village. Yeah, we suspect there'll be more alliances. So, maybe we want to try and get out in front of that and be the most robust, best alliance out there, and find ways to, continue to, lead the pack in terms of what we do for customers. Well, we have a sweet spot that we like to focus on, which is, sort of the 500 to 5,000. We don't always try to compete with the Oracle and SAP and in the big space, the sort of above 5,000 people. We know where we're good. We're not ERP. We are human capital, and so we don't try to compete in spaces that we don't belong. And the 500 to 5,000, there's still a lot of organizations in that group, and we have a lot of we're starting to get a lot of alliances and customers in the sort of PEO ASO space, where they have smaller clients, but together, those umbrellas are a much bigger thing. And you'd be surprised. Even I got a few clients in the sort of 200 headcount space, and they're operating in 4 or 5 countries. It's really, it's not what people expect. Well, it's natural to Europe because of the 28-member European Union. But in North America we have NAFTA, and most of the Caribbean nations trade with the NAFTA nations. So we should be, the Pan-American space is 41 countries. We should all be trading together. And I mean, why not do business in your own backyard? I mean, for a lot of American and Canadian customers, they should be doing business in the Caribbean and Latin and South America, and they're not. They got to get that, into their heads about, export. Well, our process is obviously we want to interview that person to see that it's something unique to what we already do. So it's not something that, we want to bring in people to do stuff that we can't already provide. We want them to be a big believer in customer service, not lip service, true customer service. They got to believe in the single point of contact concept that we use, because that's what one of the formal parts of the alliance is, that with the partners, whoever brings in the deal, they become the single point, and the other partners jump when they're required. That's an absolute essential to making the alliance work. So if we bring in somebody that does, say, background checks, because we don't do background checks, that background check company has to, act, as the, secondary contact in the single point of contact, and they have to be able to deliver at the same level of service and speed that the first point of contact does. And that's important. People don't like that whole call center, I'll get back to you type of attitude. They just don't. Yeah, and I mean, look, there's 600 plus vendors here. There's lots of opportunities for us right here at SHRM. There's also lots of opportunities beyond this, and this alliance could wind up being 20 or 30 or 40 organizations all pushing their stuff together. And we believe that, these alliances become their own brand. And we've seen it work in other industries, which is why we are attempting to do this. So we think that it will be a successful approach to doing business. As I said, nobody's got the lock on all the knowledge, and nobody has all the resources in-house either. So, you combine your collective resources and you marshal them together under, some kind of an alliance brand like we've done here, you can do great things.